Aam Aadmi Party took to a press conference to call this political vendetta. The BJP says in saying so, the Aam Aadmi Party has shown how it does not respect the constitution or the law. While the Liquorgate scam, viewers, has certainly singed Aam Aadmi Party in a massive setback, like we've been pointing out, and that's the latest development coming in this case. Delhi Deputy Chief Minister Manish Sisodia has been sent to CBI custody till the 4th of March. After Satyendra Jain, he becomes the second Delhi Mantri to be locked up. Aam Aadmi Party, however, has alleged that this is a witch hunt by the centre to stop the good work of Manish Sisodia, to taint the Imandar party ahead of crucial state polls. Times Now, in fact, is the only channel to confront Manish Sisodia, as he was whisked away by the CBI. Watch how he dodged our direct questions. This, of course, was a sequence from before Manish Sisodia was taken to the court. Here's that sequence. Take a look.
Manish, would you like to say something? Manish, you have been arrested and there is a massive protest which is also going on. Manish, you would like to say something?
Well, as politics and blame game spirals, Aam Aadmi Party today held nationwide protests against what they call a black day in democracy. Let's quickly get you a glimpse of the dharna, of the drama that followed by detentions of witnesses, several of which was witnessed all through the day today. Listen in.
जब रंगा बल्ला देश में शासन कर रहे हैं, तब कुछ नहीं है इस देश में।
Well, that's how the drama, the protest played out all through the day, as the appearance of Manish Sisodia was to take place in the court, and a big setback coming in for him. The Aam Aadmi Party once again calling this political witch hunt, devoid of any substantial evidence against Manish Sisodia.
वो अडानी जिसको नरेंद्र मोदी जी ने कोयला दे दिया, गैस दे दिया, बिजली दे दिया, पानी दे दिया, सड़क दे दिया, स्टील दे दिया, सीमेंट दे दिया, सीपोर्ट दे दिया, एयरपोर्ट दे दिया, यानी आकाश से लेकर पाताल तक सब कुछ दे दिया, 2.5 लाख करोड़ का कर्जा दे दिया, 84,000 करोड़ का कर्जा माफ कर दिया। और उस अडानी ने क्या किया हिंदुस्तान के साथ? बगल के मॉरिशस में 6 कंपनियां एक पते पे खोली, फर्जी कंपनियां, और 42,000 करोड़ रुपए का काला धन अपनी कंपनियों में लगाया। ये काला धन किसका है मोदी जी? पूरा देश आपसे पूछ रहा है।
देखिए, अब इस देश में क्या लोकतंत्र बचा है? आप एक तरफ बिना किसी सबूत के, आज भी मनीष सिसोदिया जी के खिलाफ 1 रुपए के भ्रष्टाचार का सबूत नहीं है, आप बिना किसी सबूत के किसी को गिरफ्तार भी कर रहे हो, और अब आप कहो कि आपको आवाज उठाने का भी अधिकार नहीं है। आप मनीष सिसोदिया जी के घर का पूरा रास्ता देखिए, इतनी पुलिस, लोग सदमे में हैं इस बात से कि वो व्यक्ति जिसने इस देश के गरीब बच्चों को एक उम्मीद दी है, आज उसको जेल में डाला जा रहा है। तो इस देश की क्या स्थिति होगी?
What's also interesting is how several opposition parties have closed ranks and united against the centre for the alleged misuse of central agencies to target the opposition leaders. Yes, this is inclusive of TMC, Samajwadi Party and several others in the opposition. Listen in.
Kejriwal ji has already said the other day when he had come out to Matushri that people who are scared of people who are actually, being targeted are those who are coming ahead speaking the truth very often. But about Sisodia ji, I haven't gone into the details. However, you can see a common pattern that the opposition parties are being harrowed and harassed constantly by the government.
जिस तरह से एजेंसीज का दुरुपयोग कर रही है, उसमें भी दो राय नहीं है। तो अब तो देखिए, सच्ची बात यह है कि अगर कोई विक्टिम है और अगर कोई समझता है कि हमारे साथ अन्याय हो रहा है, तो कम से कम अब तो बात करना सीखें।
कोई पहली घटना देश में नहीं है। बीजेपी जब से सत्ता में आई है, उसकी कोशिश रही है जो सेंट्रल एजेंसीज हैं उनका गलत इस्तेमाल किया जाए। और जिस तरीके का व्यवहार भारतीय जनता पार्टी का रहा है, सरकार का रहा है, लगातार इस तरह के विपक्षी जितने भी नेता हैं उनके खिलाफ जांचें चल रही हैं। जितनी भी संस्थाएं, चाहे इनकम टैक्स हो, चाहे ईडी हो, CBI हो, ये लगाई जा रही हैं जिससे कि आने वाले लोकसभा चुनाव को प्रभावित कर सकें।
One thing I am 100% sure, whatever the central government is doing, it is doing to destroy opposition. They are trying to find some faults, and any Indian, everybody has some fault in their back. So if you like, you can use that to demolish person. I do not know what fault he has. I had no relation.
And while this is the latest setback coming in for Manish Sisodia, the question also remains what next for the Aam Aadmi Party and for Delhiites, because look at the fallout of what's happening with regards to the Liquorgate scam. 2 of the 7 ministers currently behind the bars. Yes, we're talking about Manish Sisodia, and the latest, his custody, remember, has been granted for 5 days. So he's going to be in CBI's custody till the 4th of March. Apart from that, Satyendra Jain, the health minister, continues to retain his portfolio, but he too has found no relief from the court so far. 18 government departments currently being run by Manish Sisodia. This, of course, after Satyendra Jain went to jail as well, but several of those key portfolios at the helm of which is Manish Sisodia. So it's going to take a direct hit because these are very, very crucial portfolios. Apart from excise, it's of course education and finance as well. So finance, education, health, infra, water, all of these key portfolios being held by Manish Sisodia, and he's going to be in CBI's custody for the next 5 days. Whether or not there's going to be any relief from the courts thereafter remains to be seen. Much really depends on what happens through these 5 days. Vigilance, power, public works, tourism, these are some of the very key portfolios, and 18 viewers is not a small number. Of the total ministers in the cabinet, 2 are currently now behind the bars. One is, of course, in the custody of the CBI for the next 5 days. Sisodia was to present the budget as well. This, remember, is important because Manish Sisodia, when on the 19th did not turn up for questioning by the CBI, also cited this as one of the major reasons for him seeking a week's time. But trouble certainly mounting for him after this appearance, after having been questioned for 8 long hours. He was arrested yesterday and now has been granted custody. The CBI has been given his custody for 5 days till the 4th of March. So this is the latest coming in, and it's going to have several consequences with regards to all the work that was to be carried out in the national capital. Several construction works, remember, already underway. Let's quickly open this up. I want to first up, though, begin with Charu Pragya, because Charu, the big question here is, though this certainly is a big setback for Manish Sisodia, for the Aam Aadmi Party, they've been crying political vendetta since the arrest took place last evening. They continue to say that there's no proof. The charge sheet doesn't really mention Manish Sisodia as far as the CBI is concerned. So there's no concrete proof that they've been able to find out the last 8 months. Once again, crying foul and calling this political vendetta. Quickly, that answer, and then I'll go across to Anjali Damania.
Kritsween, good evening, and thank you for putting that question forward. See, you have been hearing all the statements by all the leaders of Aam Aadmi Party. Have you heard one explanation as to why digital evidence worth nearly 1.4 crore was destroyed? Why did he need, him and his friends, more than 140 phones? Why is it that he changed the profit margins and cartelization happened? Why is it that the number of shops for alcohol increased, the number of sales went up exponentially, but the revenue to the government of Delhi went down drastically? Has he given, or anybody from Aam Aadmi Party given, explanations to these very vital questions? We ask them about Sharab, they say school. Please explain what is the connection between Sharab and school. Why are you crying victim? Why are you crying victim? Why do you not explain point-wise why all of these questions are continuing to plague the citizens? You please explain, give us some answers, and then you can actually say that you're innocent. So the fact of the matter is that here is a party which is not just corrupt, it is endorsing corruption, because now not 1, 2 ministers are going to be behind bars. And remember, their ministries have not been taken from them. The ministries remain with them. So 50% ministries
so far
are
as
with
the
2
Aam Aadmi
ministers
Party's
who are
plan is
currently
concerned,
behind
Charu,
bars.
I don't
If this
see
is
them,
not complete
I don't see them
endorsement to
taking
corruption,
away any of the portfolios from Manish Sisodia either, as has been very clearly put out by the Aam Aadmi Party.
Unfortunately for the people of Delhi.
But as for the defence is concerned, even in the Rouse Avenue court, remember the legal representative for Manish Sisodia said that, you know, he may have remained evasive. He has the right to do so. It's the courts that are eventually going to take up the matter. As far as his appearance is concerned, each and every time he's been summoned, he has appeared before the probe agency. So why do these questions even stand valid in the court of law? Anjali Damania, how would you respond to the allegations that have been levelled by the CBI as per the official note that has been put out, as per the arguments that were made by the CBI today? Because the CBI very, very firm on the fact that he has remained non-cooperative and evasive all throughout, and they're looking at several links. They want to go into the South Group's involvement. Of course, you know, the accused turned approver, Mr. Aroda's confessions to the CBI, all of that they want to take into account, and they'd sought 5 days. They've been given 5 days. Miss Anjali, I think you're on mute. If you could please unmute yourself.
Now let us actually see what the ED has been doing over the past few years, especially the last 3 years. From 18-19 to 21-22, if you see the number of investigations that the ED has undertaken, it's a phenomenal number. Previously, it used to be anywhere between 111 cases to 221 cases, and this has been reported by a channel. So it's not my statistics at all. That has jumped to 562 cases. From there to 900. Now currently it is at about 1180 cases registered by ED in 21-22 alone. So what are they doing? I mean, they are basically supposed to look at foreign exchange violations, PMLA. I have myself have done a lot of complaints to ED as far as corruption cases are concerned. But do they really investigate is my question.
Okay.
Do they really
but
punish?
why is the Aam Aadmi
question.
Party trying to spin this whole misuse of the agency's narrative? Because that's what they've done ahead of Gujarat polls as well. That's when they kept Gujarat polls at the center of this entire controversy and said, look, you know, we're trying to expand our footprint there. The Chief Minister is getting huge response, massive support from fellow Gujaratis, and that's why the BJP is rattled. But we've seen the results. What next? Why does the Aam Aadmi Party still maintain that?
No, but that is a fact. And if you see the statistics, 1180 cases in 1 year is not a joke. Forget that. 95% of the cases are clearly only on the opposition. So they initiate a case, take that person into their political fold, and the day that happens, the case gets stalled. Okay. The case just doesn't proceed at all, and most of the times we have seen that there is no conclusive evidence found against that person.
Okay.
Most of them,
so Miss Anjali, Charu, if you would respond to that, she is trying to once again level the washing machine charge. You put something that's tainted in the washing machine, it comes out clean, as has been witnessed in the past. Charu.
Let me, Kritsween, draw attention to the fact that my co-panelist has still not answered why was a liquor policy that was apparently so good taken back. She still has not answered why did this liquor policy cause such a huge loss to the exchequer. She has still not explained that how this money that was siphoned off and given as kickbacks to best friends of Aam Aadmi Party top leaders was misused as election funds. She has not explained any of this. She has not gone into details of 140 phones used by a tiny group of people over a short period of time. She has not explained how tampering of evidence has been whitewashed by the Aam Aadmi Party. So till you cannot answer any of these very valid and critical questions, please don't give
quick
me
response
data about
on
what
the
ED is doing,
allegations
what
she's
CBI is
mounted
doing,
against the
what Supreme Court
BJP,
is
Charu,
doing.
and then I'll take in a word from her on what you're asking her. Why are cases withdrawn from several,
Yeah, so, you know,
who
this is
switched
a
over
case
to the BJP
of
and have been accused by agencies in the past?
So, Kritsween, first of all, any civil case in this country takes a lot of time to come to conclusion. We all know that. There is a large bench life, and it is an ongoing process. Because, sometimes they say, why are you investigating now? Even this particular case has been going on for months and months now. It takes time to gather evidence. Now, it is very convenient to say that BJP is a whitewashing or a whitewashing machine. But the fact of the matter is, when there is corruption, when there is clear corruption, when there are clear links, investigations will happen. And then when the courts decide against you, you actually speak out against the courts instead of saying that humse galti ho gayi and yes, we are corrupt and we need to fix this in our country. So that's the problem. यहाँ पर पहले चोरी करते हैं, उसके बाद सीनाजोरी करते हैं, and then they justify it and cry victim.
Okay. Well, Ms. Anjali is also referring to the several cases that have been investigated by the Enforcement Directorate, by the CBI in the past, which, by the way, have not led to any conclusion. Either they're pending, and most of them were against some of the opposition parties and leaders in specific. And that's the question that does remain valid at this point in time, and one can say that this may meet the same fate as well. We don't know. We'll have to wait. These next 5 days are very crucial. But Ms. Anjali, as for the details that have come to light, as for the evidence that the CBI has put out, this is crucial in itself, and you've not quite answered what Charu Pragya asked with regards to what about the confessions made by Dinesh Arora, an accused in the case who's turned an approver, who's spoken of Vijay Nair, who's spoken of his affiliation to several in the Aam Aadmi Party, including Manish Sisodia. What about the 6% to the 12% jump to benefit a select few? Who's going to answer all of those questions for the people of the national capital?
Correct. So let us just understand that I'm not a spokesperson of the Aam Aadmi Party. I don't belong to that party. I'm probably just a well-wisher of that party because of the good work that they have done. Now, coming to the allegations that have been leveled, nobody has ever said that it should not be investigated. He is a deputy CM of one of the states in the country, and definitely if there is any allegation against him, it has to be investigated. Nobody says you put a grinding halt to that.
No, we understand you're not the spokesperson for the Aam Aadmi Party, but then it's in that sense, being a responsible citizen, given that all of these details have been put to the public domain, it very much is the need of the hour that, given that it's been 8 long months and these questions have time and again been asked of the Aam Aadmi Party, they do come out with certain factual responses as well. Well, we can't quite jump to conclusions as yet. Let's see what these 5 days have in store for Manish Sisodia. Ladies, thank you for joining us this evening. We'll have to quickly wrap this up and head into a very short break. News and updates continue.